Right. Let's welcome to the another session of Cellular Mobile Communication Unit 4, second part handoff to handoff. Here today we discuss about what are the different types of handoff techniques available. We discuss, right? First type of handoff is delaying handoff. First type of handoff technique is delaying handoff. The other name for delaying handoff is called the two-level handoff. The other name of delaying handoff is called the two-level handoff. Here, this two-level handoff or delaying handoff, most of the cases we are using in present. Here, what is the purpose? Why we are using this two-level handoff or delaying handoff is to provide more opportunity for customers. To provide more opportunity for the two-level handoff. Here, this delaying handoff or two-level handoff depends on signal strength. We have to fix the threshold values at two levels in a cell site. That is, we have to take total cell site. This can be divided two parts. First part is called the level 1. The second part is the level 2. We are giving threshold values for that one. Here, what is the threshold value? The threshold value is a signal. Whenever the mobile reaches the threshold value, automatically hand is that is the concept. Here, how the strength based on the signal strength received signal strength indicator usually available in our both cell sites and mobile unit. Whenever the signal strength is decreases, automatic handoff can be initialized. Right. Here, now I am explaining this delaying handoff or two-level handoff. See this figure, two-level handoff or delaying handoff. See this figure. Here, we have to show first, we are going for case 1. This is a case 1. Case 1. Here, this is the original cell site area of cell A. This is the original cell site of cell B. Now this original cell is divided two levels, level 1 and level 2. All cells are level 1, level 2, we have to divide. Whenever the automatic handoff should be raised. But none of the channel is available. All channels are busy. But the call is progress. Now the reaches to the level 2. Reaches to the level 2. Then must and should the handoff should be initialized. That is somewhere getting delay. Actually, handoff can be raised by L1 level, but due to unavailability of channels, say the handoff initially at level 2. Level 2. This first case. In second case, whenever the mobile unit reaches to the boundary of a cell site, automatically handoff should be raised. Handoff should be raised. See this one. This can be. We are taking x-axis is time, and y-axis is received signal strength in terms of. We are taking level L1. We are taking level L2. We are taking threshold levels. Level 1 and level 2 is we have to divide based upon this concept of algorithm. We have to go for threshold level. Whenever the mobile unit reaches to the L1, signal strength can be whatever signal strength can be decreases. Whenever the mobile reaches to level 2, signal strength can be decreases. Next, whenever the mobile unit after L2 we get final threshold level, reach again, the signal strength can be decreases. Whenever the mobile unit crosses the threshold level, automatically the handoff should be initialized. That is, we are getting instead of handoff initialized, we are taking after L2. That's why it is called a delay handoff, and we are taking two levels. That's why we are taking this two-level handoff. This is about the first type handoff technique is two-level handoff. Here the main advantage here nothing but here we have to get opportunity for more customers. Suppose the issue is L1 only. Suppose we are other customer can lose their channel. That's why it is more opportunity for customers. This is the first type of. Next, the second type of technique is forced handoff. Here, what is meant by forced handoff? Forced handoff. The forced handoff is defined as a handoff that would normally occur, but it is happening. Yeah, it can be normally occurs, but behind handoff, this can be from or handoff that should not occur, but forced to be happen. In normal handoff not possible. It is by forced handoff can occur. Here, some customers use their force for use and call their calls for a long time. Every 3 hours, 4 hours, they are using phone. At that time, some customers are waiting. That is, channels are not available. At that time, the MSC or MTS can use for a long time. His call is for that time he can change to the particular customer and allocate that particular channel to new customer. That is called the forced handoff. In forced handoff can be two methods. First one is controlling handoff. Here you can know dealing handoff is done by threshold value. Threshold value. Suppose we are giving a threshold value is 20 dB. Suppose we are giving threshold value for 20 dB. Handoff threshold value 20 dB. Nothing but after 20 dB signal strength, there is no buffer call. After 20 dB only we are getting to terminate. Suppose now we are giving the hand threshold value for 50 dB. 50 dB. Nothing up to 50. No, after 50 dB, the call should be terminated. Here, nothing but 20 dB, 50 dB. 20 dB is nothing but low handoff threshold. 50 dB is high handoff threshold value. Whenever low handoff threshold, which keeps a mobile unit in a cell for a longer time, but for high handoff threshold value, the mobile unit in a cell for a small time. That is you have to assume threshold value. For low threshold value, we have to give nothing but the mobile unit without handoff can be moved in a cell for a longer time. Whenever high handoff threshold we have to give, automatically for very less time the handoff can be MTSO. MTSO. Next, the second one of forced handoff is creating a handoff. Right. Here in this creating a handoff, the MSC or MTS check the cells. Which cell is too congested? Nothing but for a long time all channels are busy in that cell, especially in urban areas. And the MSO can request call cell sites to create early handoffs for those congested cells. Nothing but suppose in a urban area, two or one or more base stations or cell sites available, right, in urban area. Whenever call is progress on one base station, automatically MSC or MTS choose that base station and change the channel from other base station automatically, which is the nearest one. That is the early handoff. This is the handoff. This is the second type of handoff technique is called the forced handoff. In that forced handoff, first second one is creating handoff. The third is mobile aside handoff. HMAHO, mobile aside handoff. Here, what is mobile assigned handoff? Here, the mobile assigned handoff is nothing but the mobile only initialize handoff. This is also signal strength, right? Yes, nothing but here, whenever the mobile unit reaches to the boundary of a cell site, or whenever the mobile unit is under hole or weak spot. What is the hole? Hole is nothing but having weak relation, having valley point, that they are having forest, or that automatically the place we are getting a weak signal strength. Whenever the signal strength decreases, automatically the mobile can send a signal base to reverse link. What is meant by forward link? The forward link is nothing base station mobile station from base station. That is the mobile based upon signal strength. The signal strength is decreases. Automatically, the mobile can send request signal through reverse link base station to MSC or MTSO, or sometimes the MSO, mobile switching office. What the different title is there? MSC or MTSO or MSO. All are same. Some textbooks are using MSC, some textbooks are MTSO, some textbooks are using MSO, no problem. At that time, the MTSO or MSC or MSO can send new channel to the particular mobile unit. When this mobile assign handoff can be takes place, especially this mobile assign handoff can be takes place in a TDMS. What is a TDMS system? Time division, multiple access. We will discuss this concept in clearly. Here, that is, we are using GSM, right? GSM global for mobile. We are insert our SIM card to our mobile unit, and it works. That's the concept of GSM. GSM is TDMA, that is time division multiplexing. That is for each here single channel can be utilized by more number of customers at different time slots. In the DDMA system, one time slot used for call purpose. The remaining slots used for monitor the signal strengths of setup channels. Whenever the signal strength decreases, automatically the mobile unit send a request signal to base station to MSC or MTSO. The MSC or MTSO allotted new channel to particular mobile unit. Here, this is about mobile asset handoff. Right. Next, we are discuss about inter-system handoff. Inter-system. Till now, we discussed about the handoff can be takes place under single MTSO. Yes, to discuss about the handoff to MTSOs. Nothing but a call may be initiated in one cellular system and entered to another cellular system, terminating. Nothing but we are taking having number of telephone circles. Andhra Pradesh telephone circle, Telangana telephone circle, Karnataka telephone circles. Nothing but these circles have different MSC or Andhra telephone circles are maintained by one MSC or MTSO. Karnataka telephone circle is maintained by one other MSC or MTSO like this. Suppose the customer which call is initiated, he is moving in a by car or bus in a national highways. If he is moved through the road of national highways, he can move from one state to other state. Suppose he moves from Andhra Pradesh state to Karnataka. Automatically, the circles can be changed. It can be MTSO, but MTSO also change from one circle to another circle. At that time, the handoff can be initialized. That handoff is called inter-system handoff. Handoff is nothing but the call handoff can be transferred from one system to second system. The call should be continued while the mobile into the second system. Nothing but I'm explaining this concept. See this one, this figure. See this one. This is for CGSA. What is the CGSA? Cellular Geographical Service Area. Cellular Geographical Service Area. This is for one telephone circle A. This is another telephone circle. This is telephone circle A. This is a telephone circle B. Right. This telephone circle working with a one MTSO. This is the telephone circle working with another MTSO. Here, this is the national highway. The customer can move from towards to this national highway. Whenever the mobile unit move from this cell site to this cell site, the handoff can takes place this point. At that time, this is not MTSO A only, but this is the border of two systems. Whenever the mobile units move from this system to another system, this MTSO A to MTSO B. At that time, the mobile can be send a signal to base station to MTSO A. Then MTSO sends request signal MTSO B from A to B, and we have to send a signal to nearest base station and give to allocated channel to particular mobile unit. Otherwise, reverse. Whenever the mobile unit order two systems, it sends a request signal to the base station, MTSO B, MTSO A, and terminate the previous channel, allocated new channel. This is the concept of inter-system handoff. That is, the handoff takes place between two systems. Right. This is both inter-system handoff. The next one is power difference handoff. Power difference handoff. And what is better power difference handoff? Here, the power difference we have to measure by delta. This can depends upon signal strength of the two cell sites. The difference may be either positive or negative. The difference may be positive or negative. Here, how to calculate the delta value? That is part of the power difference between two cell sites. The delta value which is equal to a signal measured at the candidate handoff site minus the mobile signal measured at the home site. Nothing but suppose where call should be initiated in one cell site. At that time, we have to calculate the signal strength, and which can move to other cell site at the new cell site. So, we have to calculate signal strength. The difference between these two is the power difference. This can be either positive value or negative value. Based upon this delta value, this here. Whenever the power difference value is greater than 3 dB, request a handoff. When the delta value between 1 dB and 3 dB, it is preparing a. Whenever the delta value in between minus 3 dB to 0 dB, monitoring the signal strength, and delta value is less than minus 3 dB, there is no handoff. Nothing but whenever the power difference is less than minus 3 dB, there is no need for handoff. Whenever the delta value is greater than 3 dB, power difference we are getting, that is present and future cell different cell. At that time, handoff can be requested. Here in this, the numbers can be changed to fit the switch. This can totally depend on the processor which we are using. Right. This is about power difference handoff. Next, we have discussed about the last two technique here, queuing handoff. Queuing handoff is better than the true-level handoff. Why? Here nothing but whenever the mobiles are reached to the cell or weak spots or at the time we have to handoffs can initialize. Suppose at a time 10 customers are requested for handoff. At that time we are having only 2 channels are ideal, nothing but free, but 10 customers are handoff can be raised. At that time, first 2 customers can be allocated the particular channels and handoff can be takes place. The remaining 8 customers under queue condition. That is the thing, but a queuing scheme becomes effective only when the requests for handoffs arrive at the MTSO in batches or bundles. That is at a time batches or bundles number of hand. So scheme is not no need for handoffs. Nothing but suppose 1 or 2 customers raise the handoff at that time, no problem. There is no need for this queuing handoff. At a time where bundles, batches of handoff can be initialized. At that time we are going for queuing handoff. Here in this, no queuing on either originating calls or the handoff calls. Queuing that originate calls but not handoff calls. Queuing the handoff calls but not the originating the call. I think, but when the queuing is occurs, when the not queuing can be occurred. Right. Next one is cell site only handoff. Here the cell site only handoff is nothing but the mobile unit has been assigned a frequency and talks into home cells to next cell. At that time, the both two cells having same frequency. At that time, there is no need for handoff. Nothing but when a mobile unit leaves its home cell and enters into a new cell, its frequency does not change. The new cell must queue into the frequency of mobile unit. In this case, only the cell sites need to frequency information of mobile unit. Then the aspects of mobile unit control can be greatly simplified, and there is no need to provide handoff capability at the mobile unit. Here, see this figure. Here this is a cell A. This is a home cell. This is a new cell. The mobile unit moves from cell site A to cell site B. Both cells having same frequency. Right. Today we discuss about different types of handoff techniques which were used in present days. That is, we are discussed about the first type of technique is delaying handoff. The other type, other handoff is two-level handoff. Next one is forced handoff. This forced handoff can be done by two methods. By one is controlling handoff. Next, creating handoff. Next one is mobile assigned handoff, which is intersystem handoff, power difference handoff, queuing handoff, cell site only handoff. We discussed. These are different types of handoff techniques we discussed. Right. Thank you for attending today. If you have any query, type your query in a chat box.